central person, one person, right, as the leader of everything. There shouldn't be and never should, right? Because at the end of the day, if they make a mistake, then that affects everybody, right? And the dear leader should not, and I mean always should not be absolute, right? That you can challenge your leaders, and that's okay. That's actually quite healthy to be like, but like, isn't there a better way to do that, right?
People,
And then
okay,
give receipts.
any kind of leader, whether it, and this is what I've seen from just my last couple of months of dealing with cult people, um, they do not appreciate being challenged. They don't,
Exactly.
they don't respect the
The
prospect that
individuality.
they could be challenged at
Mm-hmm.
this, and because you would challenge the status quo, you're the worst thing that could have ever happened because you just didn't drink the Kool-Aid. When you drink the Kool-Aid, uh it's soma, right? It's blissful ignorance, right? When you have blissful ignorance, that means you have control. When you don't, when you have uh it's almost like a provocation.
I would rather think of it like this, right?
Right.
Because it's not really the overall person. Like you and I are not gonna be in control of a cult, all right? The
Uh,
mass will
I
always try
might.
to push it upon you. So let's just say, for example, Trump, right? Trump is the central figure that everyone looks up to. That's within his cult. His cult will literally say, "You are all sheep for not believing in dear leader,"
Yes.
right? Even though they are a sheep of their own herd, right? They don't even see it. They have a mirror in front of
Yeah,
them,
Dunning
and they're
Kruger.
talking to themselves.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Right.
I'm so on the same page of you with this, and I know you had another point, but I will want to say that it is
No, you're
just the
good.
same thing across the board. When you have
Mhm.
when you have someone that's pointing the finger because they have other sheep that are following them, following the bigger sheep, right? It's just human nature to be like, oh, okay, well, if I want to be able to like hang around, if my family's pigeonholing me into being a Christian, my family's pigeonholing me into liking Donald Trump, you just play along because what's in it for you? Okay, basic
It's a
human needs.
comfortability.
So that's the consideration, I believe. And it sucks. It's terrible, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I agree for sure on that.
Sorry about being
It's
pessimist. I know that's not exactly fun.
no pessimistic is normal, right? Is also like a lot of people hate on people that are, but I'm like, it's realistic though, right? Realistic is better than being deluded, right? You know, because
You know
because
what?
these
You
fucking
say that,
people
somebody else would be
would be
like
pissed as
on a
fuck,
podcast just fucking
right?
streaming about it. Yeah.
Yeah, like these people are they would get very upset about it. They'd be like, "How dare you, you know, say that about me? I'm not. You're talking about
Challenge. Yeah.
the reality of the situation that you are inherently thinking outside of a normal scope of normalcy, right? Because
Challenge their
if you, for
belief system.
example, if you say, okay, this is the absolute, and then something comes along and challenges that with real, it's not like me and my opinion. No, it's like, hey, Iran is actually a pretty bad country, right? Like, let's pretty, let's just say that that's pretty straightforward. No one can really challenge you on that until they say, hey, everyone should have equal rights, benefits, etc., and the country is growing, right? The numbers say the country's doing great, right? It's a great country. In fact, the government's doing great things, giving people what they deserve. Everyone deserves equal rights. Now, are they still a bad country? Now that's up for debate, right? So it becomes now a debatable topic, right? What are they really doing? What is the government doing? Right now, you got to actually pick things and come to a better conclusion than an absolute order, right? At this time, do I like Saudi Arabia? Hell no. Saudi Arabia can go fuck itself, right?
Yeah, Saudi
'Cause
Arabia can suck my dick. That's about fucking.
suck my dick, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, they're a king. It's an empire over
Yeah,
there.
it's a monarch.
I don't fuck with empires. They can kiss my white fucking pasty ass, right?
Eloquently spoken. You are one with the Force, young one.
Right at the end of the day, you would come to the conclusion of, okay, well, but they're doing all these good things. You don't get income tax, right? That's propaganda. Now you're falling for their propaganda at this time. Do I like my country as the United States? Yes, inherently.
Maybe.
Do I have problems with the United States? You best believe I do.
Could
right?
be worse.
You best
Yes.
believe,
It could be better.
like, it could be extremely better. But am I upset with everything that they do? No. No. Right? Because I'm on the side that has the superior.
For sure.
Right? It's not propaganda. Right? That's a number statistic that, yes, we are leading both the superpowers over in the Eastern globe. Right? China and Russia have fallen from the equality of the United States are equal to equal, right? Like all three of them are equal. Nope. China and Russia, militarily speaking, are equivalent now to just the United States, right? That is because of the numbers of it all. Now, do they have more people, civilian population? Yes. That's something that we need to improve upon. We need more people to come here, right? That's why immigration's not a bad thing, right?
Okay.
And that's why it's super strange to hear very much a superior type of person, right? As in Trump wants a superior force in the world, right?
So you're
You know?
like, why would he? Because he would benefit.
Get rid of bodies,
Yeah.
you know?
You would
At
benefit
the end of the day,
from
think of it
having
like this.
this.
If you have more Hispanics, Canadians, Arabs, all these ethnic groups coming to the United States to then give you taxes, right? Give you taxes, the United States, through their income, and then they better their culture, they bring their culture, giving you more, giving them a foothold so that they can bring more of their, then they can go into the army to then give you more bodies on the line. Why are we not doing that? Right?
It's
That
one
doesn't make
reason.
any sense.
What's the reason?
They don't get any other they don't get any benefits other than being in the country. That's it. They don't get anything else except being here. So in the grand scheme of things, as a president of the United States, I would be like, yeah, we're bringing them all here, right? Like, I would make a very streamlined process for them to come in, right?
Sure.
And that's very much what they should do. But, they're not going to do that because they want to make people think, oh, being an American is the superior race, to be completely honest. I mean, that's just how it is, right? They want everyone to believe that they're part of the race so that they're willing to die for their country. Got me fucked up. I'm not going to die for this country. The fuck?
That's
I'll go to Canada.
That was not in the terms and conditions of my employment here in this country.
In this country, you got me wrong. But if you have everyone in Mexico think, oh, it's so beautiful in the northern part of Northern America, right? Is it? I don't know. Right, but they'll come over here and work in the armed forces. In fact, believe it or not, I think the percentage-wise, to anybody that comes over to the United States, I believe it's like 25%. So a very high percentage of them go into the armed forces.
Uh-huh.
So what is the fucking major malfunction, right? It's because at the end of the day, the people of the United States don't like it because they were lied to multiple times and they don't really understand what's good and what's bad.
Yeah, so
right?
we just need to get more people that, like, don't think like that,
they need more people to understand what's the history of the United States. Immigration. That's it. Immigration. What was the first people here? Native Americans. Are they the superior race here? No, we killed the shit out of them. Believe it or not.
It's
Right?
the
We
nature
fucking
of
massacred.
yeah. It's tough,
Right? That's a brutal
being a Native
history.
American. You just like kind of take it up the ass till you decide that you're not gonna do that anymore and leave.
Right? Because it's like there's people, especially in the South, that are just very much brain dead to this entire history that we have. Is that yes, we are from European descent. We are white, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we came over, we prosecuted, we killed, we massacred, we raped, etc.
Nice. We definitely came and went.
And we took the land, right? So immigration was our living point. Like that was the first thing that we did, right? Was immigrated here. So it's so strange for the immigration country to be like, hey, no more. Like, no,
Doesn't that
keep
make
them coming.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
So it doesn't make any sense. And plus, the fact of the matter is, if you want to put it in numbers perspective, let me pull up the China's fucking population. China's population 1.4 billion. United States, I believe it's like 342 million as of 2020. Right. They have 1 billion and 100 on our end. Right. I mean, they can win in numbers game. They got that. Right. Unless we start nuking the shit out of them, we're gonna lose a numbers game. Right. It's just we are. Right. And then if you go to Russia, our two adversaries, Russia is inherently going to be less than us because of how big the landmass is and how frozen the land is. They are 141 million, right? We have double that. So if Russia says, hey, let's go to war with the United States, not a great idea. They're not going to win that, right? But China has an actual chance, right? Because of how many people they have. Overall, militarily speaking, we really do got the superior force through kind of machinery wise, right? But other than that, that's really all we got on. So it's an important thing to know, and that's why I was always super confused by ICE and immigration and like not helpful immigrating, like helping people immigrate to the United States. Like we should like open arms that shit. In my eyes, I don't fucking understand that.
For sure.
It's just racism, really. I think, at the grand scheme of things.
It's tough. It's tough not being racist. When
It's just so strange how people can be racist like every single day, in my eyes.
But like unironically, like I'll be racist to be funny. But like when you have foreign policy enacted literally based off of racism, that's pretty.
It's insane.
Insanity.
Like
I gotta go.
that's to me like you can joke around and it's if it's play fucking joking around, fine. That's okay. But I mean, as a leader, having a racist fucking leader may be the biggest rage bait I've ever seen. Right? Because like, what? Like, and their talking point is like, oh, they bring immigrants here to boost the population for blue states so that they can have more representative in Congress. I'm like, do you not understand how dumb you sound? Like, census is every 10 motherfucking, right? We don't have a big change every single year, right? Like it's I don't know how they get to their fucking points. It's literally gymnastics 10 times over, dude.
Uh-huh.
I'll be right back. Mo drinks.
Or you need